live. Traveling with headphones these days. Going to try doing several things. Check, check, check. Check, check, check. Check, check. Check, 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 check. Check, check. Okay. We'll start out there. Let's get to work. Sorry about that. I imagine I'll probably hit it several more times before the night's over. Okay. So this is out of D minor. If I can ever get the camera situated. It has a mind of its own. You know how those cheap equipment is. Okay, there we go.
Flying at the one living over the pole in a big airliner. Chickens flying everywhere around the plane. Couldn't feel much finer. Coming into Los Angeles, bringing in a couple of keys. Gonna check that bag if you please, Mr. Customs man. The man with the ticket from Mexico. He couldn't look much stranger, walking through the hall with his things and all. So all to tell he was a Lone Ranger, coming into Los Angeles, bringing in a couple of keys. I'll put you in the bag if you please, Mr. Customs man. A woman walking on the moving floor, she's tripping on the escalator. She's all freaked out now because she knows the man's on Maynard, coming in to Los Angeles, bringing in a couple of keys. I'm gonna put your bag if you please, Mr. Customs man. Coming down, pulling up and over the pole in a big airliner. Chickens flying everywhere around the plane. Couldn't feel much finer. Coming in Los Angeles, bringing in a couple of keys. Oh, put your bag if you please, Mr. Customs man. Okay, that's the first one. There are a number of presets. This is the one where I set. So we're going from the controllable volume to preset volumes.
So we're in the concert mode now. I can't hear myself. Check, check.
Flying out of London up and over the pole in a big airliner. Chickens flying everywhere around the plane. Couldn't feel much finer. Coming into Los Angeles, bringing in a couple of keys. Oh, don't touch your bag if you please. It's the customs man. The man with the ticket from Mexico. He couldn't look much stranger. Walking through the hall with his things and all. Smiling said he was a Lone Ranger. Coming into Los Angeles. Bringing in a couple of keys. Oh, don't touch my bag if you please. Mr. Customs Man. A woman's walking on a moving floor. She's flipping on the escalator. She's freaked out now because she knows the man. Yeah, the man, he's already made her. Coming into Los Angeles, bringing in a couple of keys. Oh, don't touch your bag if you please. It's a customs man. Flying out of London up and over the pole in a big airliner. Chickens flying everywhere around the way. Couldn't feel much finer. Coming into Los Angeles, bringing in a couple of keys. Oh, don't touch your bag if you please, Mr. Customs Man.
Okay, we got a number of presets if you just joined us, and we're going through each one of these, doing the same thing each time. So I can hear myself a little bit better. I don't know whether I was clipping last time or not. I was leaning forward to reach the mic just for reference sake. Okay, yeah, I use all the references I can get. Yeah, it's definitely a different sound. But the headphones, they're very deceptive.
Flying out of London up and over the pole in a big airliner. Chickens flying everywhere around the plane. Couldn't feel much finer. Coming into Los Angeles, bringing in a couple of keys. Oh, don't touch your bag if you please, Mr. Customs Man. Man with a ticket from Mexico. He couldn't look much stranger. Walking through the hall with his things and all. Smiling said he was a Lone Ranger. Coming into Los Angeles, bringing in a couple of keys. Oh, don't touch your bag if you please, Mr. Customs Man. A woman's walking on a moving floor. She's tripping on the escalator. And she's flipped out now because she knows the man's made her. Coming into Los Angeles and bringing in a couple of keys. Oh, don't touch your bag if you please, Mr. Customs Man. Flying out of London up and over the pole in a big airliner. Chickens flying everywhere around the plane. Couldn't feel much finer. Coming into Los Angeles, bringing in a couple of keys. Oh, don't put your bag if you please. It's a customs man. Up and over the phone. Yeah, big airliner. Chickens flying everywhere around the plane. Couldn't feel much finer. Coming in Los Angeles. Bringing in a couple of keys. Oh, don't put your bag if you please, Mr. Customs Man.
Okay, we're going through the various little switches. Let's say 1, 2, and that's the bottom one. So this should give us another flavor. Okay, here we are. I ain't sure where we are, but this is probably meeting.
Flying out of London up and over the pole in a big airliner. Chickens flying everywhere around the plane. Couldn't be much finer. Coming in from Los Angeles. Bringing in a couple of keys. Oh, don't touch your bag if you please, Mr. Customs Man.
I'm so sorry. I looked up and saw that the chats got something in it, and it distracted me, and I forgot the words. Yeah, I don't think I should be playing in front of people anytime soon. Not that you're not included, but your family. Cool. There's a TV on about 70 feet away behind a closed door. You may be able to hear it.
Flying out of London up and over the pole in a big airliner. Chickens flying everywhere around the plane. Couldn't feel much finer. Coming into Los Angeles. Bringing in a couple of keys. Oh, don't just a bag if you please, Mr. Customs Man. And with the ticket to Mexico, he couldn't look much stranger. Walking through the hall with his things and all, smiling, said he was a Lone Ranger. Coming into Los Angeles, bringing in a couple of keys. Oh, don't jump a bag if you please, Mr. Customs Man. Well, woman walking on the moving floor, she's tripping on the escalator. Freaked out now because she knows the man. Yeah, the man, he's already made her. Coming into Los Angeles, bringing in a couple of keys. You ought to put your bag if you please, Mr. Customs Man. Flying out of London up and over the pole in a big airliner. Kicking back everywhere around the plane. I couldn't feel much finer. Coming into Los Angeles, bringing in a couple of keys. Oh, don't touch your bag if you please, Mr. Customs Man.
Let's see where we are on these presets. I was going to go through and do these. Okay, so if this one is meeting, yes, and I was right about that. I assumed so when I heard how it was modulating, wanting to pick up sounds that are behind it, to the side of it, and muting anything in front of it so that everything would balance out equally. And a playback. All right, we're back to where we started at. I don't know. Check. Well, good thing is no one was hurt. That no one be me. I hope it doesn't startle you and make you spill hot coffee on me. I ain't McDonald's and I ain't got no billfold, so I got a billfold. Heck. You couldn't even get enough. You couldn't get enough money out of me to make even pay for your trip here and back. Okay, buddy. You're really gonna rub your. You're not gonna rub your. No, you aren't. Yeah. I can put alcohol on it. I can't Clorox it, but I can put alcohol on that. Rub alcohol on the wood. Oh, your whistle, freight train, carry me farther on down the line. And I'm going away, I'm leaving today, and I'm going, but I ain't coming back. Normally, I can't get this cat to even get up on the couch anymore. Every time I get a video, I guess he must like the guitar. He likes my singing. Yeah, I feel the same. I know it's hard to listen to it. I'm trying to get this to where a friend of mine can come up here and do his thing and I can still be heard while he's doing his thing. It's about, yeah, I want to invite a guitar player, singer to come up here. So if it can't hear me and hear my guitar and my vocal over top of the guitar, that's very important because I find so many situations where you've got to get a microphone and a guitar player and you just got a microphone for both of them. The guitar is always going to be more louder than the vocal is or equal, and you don't want that. You want the vocal to be prominent. And I think this does a pretty good job. And by the time, see, the way these microphones work, when I'll have this pointed at him, I'm going to be on the back side of it. So, it's going to be a thing. I'm going to have the headphones on. He's just going to be sitting at this 18 to 24 inch distance from the, see, right now, the microphones are like this. I don't know if you can see this. Now, the microphones are like that to my mouth. Got it pointed at about split between them. Now, over here on the guitar, you can see the angle is going to be like this. See how the angle is? See, and that's the best angle to catch this from. So if you can kind of lean forward on your guitar a little bit like this, you get square with the mic and you can tell how it goes from one side to the other. I know. I don't know what in the heck is. Oh, what spells you casting this month on full moon, buddy? Huh? Oh no. I think you just did one on me. It's a little bit after midnight here on the East Coast. I get to guess cats don't do the difference between Eastern time. Yeah, you knock that over and I guess you'll go on living. Oh my goodness. Yeah, the chat's been pretty quiet. I looked up a while ago and, I noticed that some people had put some stuff there and, well, that's cool. I'm the only one watching now, so I guess I can end this and I wouldn't have a guilty conscience. But anyway. Might as well do some playing. Just wanna just one more pretty song. And they say LSD and marijuana are just such horrible things. And that was a product of an individual going through I'll put it like this. They're learning. Ken Kesey, he signed up right away. Him, Timothy Leary, I spent 3.5 years in prison for marijuana in the 70s. So it's pretty heavy duty time for what I'd done. And the deputies up there, they were stealing my marijuana. I got busted with 20 ounces, and when I got in court, there were 12 bags, and if there was a half pound, a quarter pound there, it surprised me. I mean, back in, when I got into it, I was paying $75 a pound for it. I'd sell it for $150. I made enough money where I invested it in people who I trusted, that would help me when the time came. Because my objective was to start a music festival. A festival, true festival. It's kind of like what you see today, but it would have been, 25 years earlier. I was going to have rock and roll, country, bluegrass, and gospel all on the same stage. Going to be opening a radio station here on YouTube before long. And for you 60-year-olds plus, yeah, plus, yeah, dang, I won't even be in the 60s for a few more months. Damn it. But, heck, I try to make myself miserable every day just so the time will drag by. I guess that's a good thing about having a problem child in the family. Yeah, and days drag by. Just be glad they just alive. That's all I can say. Hey now. Yeah, if you want to run it back, this is live feed off of my Zoom. Let's see, what the heck is this thing? Zoom 2N 4K camera. So it's pretty cool, man. It's mad cool, I'll tell you. This is 104.1 WTQR, home of the Triads, 6 in a row, the six pack. I'm gonna have to turn my chat on here. I see you over there, but I don't know who you are. So you're going to have to hit the buttons again. I'm about 20 seconds behind you for some reason. But I'll hold on here so you can realize the time lapse. Because I just have picked up the channel changer to turn on. Some industrious person could run it back and see how many seconds have elapsed. This is a pretty cool tune right here. I don't know that it has any words. I don't even know if it has an owner. I can't remember if I didn't make this up. I sure don't remember, where I heard it at. mean, if you want to play 3-finger style guitar,
Come on down London up and over the phone in a big airliner, chickens flying everywhere around the plane. Couldn't feel much finer.
yeah, man, that's what I've been up to. Yeah. Oh, man. Oh, gosh. Maybe I can do better than that.
Flying out of London up and over the pole in a big airliner, chickens flying everywhere around the plane. Couldn't feel much finer. Coming in the Los Angeles, bringing in a couple of bees. I'll catch a bag if you please, just a customs man. A man with a ticket to Mexico, he couldn't look much stranger. Walking through the hall with his things and all, smiling said he was from Lone Ranger. Coming into Los Angeles, bringing in a couple of keys. Oh, don't get your bag if you please, it's a customs man. A woman walking on the moving floor, she's dripping on the escalator. All flipped out cause the man he come, oh, he's done already made her. Coming into Los Angeles, bringing in a couple of keys. Oh, don't check my bag if you please, Mr. Customs Man. And flying out of London up and over the pole, couldn't get much higher.
Okay, we're going to check this bottom button here. And that's going to take us to there.
Flying out of London up and over the pole in a big airliner, chickens flying everywhere around the plane. Couldn't feel much finer. Coming into Los Angeles, bringing in a couple of keys. Oh, don't get your bag if you please, Mr. Customs Man. A man with a ticket from Mexico, he couldn't look much stranger. Walking through the hall with his things and all, smiling said he was the Lone Ranger. Coming into Los Angeles, bringing a couple of keys. Oh, don't touch your bag if you please, it's a customs man. One walking on the moving floor, she's dripping on the escalator. She's flipped out cause she knows the man, yeah, man, he's already made her. Coming in Los Angeles, bringing in a couple of keys. Oh, don't touch your bag if you please, Mr. Customs Man. Flying out of London up and over the pole in a big airliner, chickens flying everywhere around the plane. Couldn't feel much finer. Coming in Los Angeles, bringing in a couple of keys. Don't touch your bag if you please, Mr. Customs Man.
Now we're going to bump the button again. These are all presets. We started out, this is my first preset. This is the second one. I don't know whether the volume went up for you guys or not. You'll have to let me know whether the volume went up because my headphones are popping. So that means I will hear myself when I choose to hear myself. I'm taking a break. That one will make your tongue sore. But it's good therapy. I have COPD, and I read that singing is good for your COPD. So I figure since I've been monetized 3 months and I've made $60, I ain't gonna be running nobody off. I got to feeling so sorry for myself today. I gave myself $5 super thanks. uh, it was from an alter ego. You are a great dude. You are a great dude. You want to go check out that channel. That's my getaway channel. And in case this one was to go down for some reason, because they might take me out anytime for this one right here. They don't want me playing this one. Somebody down there. I mean, I got threatened with a lawsuit over Folsom Prison Blues by a guy named Josh Turner. There's a professional Josh Turner, and there's a wannabe professional Josh Turner. I don't know, never going back again. I don't know. Just hang on. I guess you gotta have a little bit of, I don't know how to get that to happen without putting it further away. Yeah, so nuts, a little high up here. I need a little help. Put a capo on it now. There's a way of getting through it. But you gotta get that pull off. You ain't gotta, I mean, you gotta lay into it. And then it's gotta be perfect every time. make it easier. I'm gonna pop out the Sailor Man. I mean, go through and ask these other guitar players. Play pop the theme from Pop Out the Sailor Man. They can't do that, man. I mean, I ain't no damn Eddie Van Halen. I don't have really got greater taste, but I do eat through the days. Coming up on the second anniversary of electric guitar. Be 2 years since I got my first one coming in the house. I opened that puppy up. Amp got here at the same time guitar did, so. And all the chords too. So I was busy making sure I wasn't going to electrocute myself. I'm one of those stupid people that read the manuals. Yeah, I'm one of them. Katie, would you program my VCR for me? Will you set the clock on it? and when your remote inevitably was going, your VCR would always outlive your remote. So you were going to be on the front panel and manually having to remember what every one of those buttons does, and the sequence changes for some buttons as you go through the process. And it always amazed me that, other people couldn't grasp stuff like that. I could go stand in at a radio station and they would walk me through the building, in which there were certain things that by law, according to the Federal Communications Commission, see, they're the ones who regulate TV, the over-the-air TV is what you know best that to regulate is radio, FM, AM radio. You listen to it in your car, and they've been regulating it for over 100 years now. They had the first radio stations a little over 100 years ago. They started them. They were experimental, and they formed networks, and one was the red network and the other was the blue network. And they would later become NBC and CBS. That's been a long time ago. And I digress to the point. I forgot what point I was trying to make. Seen some fine guitar licks. I'm thinking about learning. Start flooding the zone with oh yeah, flooding the zone. Do you know what that meant? They have done. What they're doing is something that you normally see this type of behavior. They're applying the same thing as you've seen it on TV, where a law firm is representing another law firm, and it's a small law firm, and this big law firm just buries them in paper. Maybe he hands them 1,000 sheets of paper, and they have to go through the paper, because I mean it's part of discovery. I mean, they can honestly bury you. Yeah, this is a pretty cool setting right here. I bet it sounds like crap when I listen back to it. Every time I think something sounds good, it ends up not being. But check, 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 check. Check, 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 check. Check, 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 check. Right from the Southland. What if some odd years ago? I ran away for the first time. I was only 4 years old. I'm a freeborn man. And my home's on my back. I know every inch of valley and every back road in my railroad track. Well, I got this old modern guitar. I heard what said. I better walk 200 times, but I always get her back. I'm a freeborn man. I don't carry no Jimmy Martin in my pack. If I find old Jimmy's guitar, I take a ball peen hammer and give it a good old whack. There's a story behind that verse. I asked Jimmy Martin at a bluegrass festival. I said, Jimmy, what do you think about Tony Bryce's guitar playing? He says, I think I'd like to go out, take him out in the field somewhere, put his hand on a rock and hit it with a hammer. That's exactly what he told me. You know, these guys were prepped for people like me who were going to ask full questions. So I surely did ask them. Tony put out Freeborn Man, and first time I believe it was in 1971 on King label. And I mean, to me, that was his debut album. But the man was really, showing he's on the cutting edge of doing something, and especially with the Freeborn Man. And then on the Faded Love, Windy and Warm, and of course, Reuben. but that's you see, you take your finger off of the seventh, which that's F sharp, and D, that'd be D, E, that'd be your third note. So you flat it. I don't know what happens when you doggone go two frets with it. I know if you flat the third note, it makes it a minor. See what I'm saying? See the D right there? You take and move it back one fret instead of it being right there. It's right here. It makes it a minor. But that is the third note of D, which is F sharp. You gotta, once you learn stuff like that, it's no more than knowing how to button your shirt. I mean, you gotta practice. And if you don't practice, I mean, how would you ever get a paycheck if you never showed up for work? I mean, if you're wealthy, hit the super thanks, man. Hit the super thanks. It'll take $500, man. That's a max, you know. But you know, I'm cool doing with what I've got, but I'd love to have two of these cameras, two video mixers, and a doggone set up where I could doggone just switch from one camera to the other, and the audio, you know, be tuned in just right. So I'm gonna have to have video and audio separate from one another, combining and being synced. So that's three pieces of equipment I'm looking at, probably about somewhere between $1,500 and $3,000 before even I look. But it's amazing how sensitive this microphone is. I hear that train a-coming. Oh, damn. I shake my head and cry. Oh, pick son. Fate freed me from this prison. That railroad train was mine. I bet I knew it on a little farther down the line. Far from Folsom Prison, that's where I want to stay. And I'm here in Folsom Prison until my dying day. Take us home, Wilson. Wilson on the lead guitar there for you. Wilson from the co-star of the movie Castaway with Tom Hanks. Now Wilson down there at Myrtle Beach. He had 8 brothers and sisters, and all of them were lost during the making of the motion picture. We've been trying to reunite all of them through Facebook, and so far we haven't had any success. They'll always marry an ugly girl. They're the only kind. They'll never ever leave you. They do. Well, have you got another dishwasher in mind? Well, I woke up Sunday morning, the voice in my head that didn't hurt. And the beer I had for breakfast tasted good, so I had one more beer for dessert. And I thumbed through my closet, found my cleanest dirty shirt, and stumbled down the stairs. Me today. I got to learn that song. Oh God, it's like this one right here. I had to. Hey, cool. Appreciate it. Glad to have y'all along with us. Now we got a few with us now. But anyway, this right here is I can hear my cat scratching on something that's about 30 feet away. Buddy. Flying out of London, laughing over the pole in a big Atlanta. Chickens flying everywhere around the plane. Couldn't feel much finer. Coming into Los Angeles, bringing in a couple of keys. Oh, don't check my bag if you please, Mr. Customs Man. A man with a ticket from Mexico. He couldn't look much stranger, walking through the hall with the things in all. Said his blood was a Lone Ranger, coming into Los Angeles, bringing in a couple of keys. Oh, don't check my bag if you please, Mr. Customs Man. A woman talking on the moving floor, she's tripping on the escalator. She's freaked out cause she knows the man, and the man he's already made her. Coming in to Los Angeles, bringing in a couple of keys.